this Kigali Declaration on building local resilience across the Commonwealth is an empowering tool for us to implement the remaining part of the decade of implementation. We have come here, discussed. One of the things in going into SDGs, the Agenda 2030 of the World Development Program agenda, we agreed in Addis Ababa that partnerships, especially through local governments and local communities, are very important. And we agreed that we will form the partnerships. I'm grateful to our sister from India who said partnerships must start from a local level, inwardly before we go outward, that we should be able to build and forge these partnerships. What can be the greatest partnerships, if not partnerships with our local populace, our people, the people at the coalface of our progress, our development, and the challenges, the people. The people are at local level. They are the agents of their own development and transformation. Everyone is born local. Everyone stays local. Everyone will die local. And everyone will be interred local. Everything is local. And we must start by empowering the local before then it can sprout out and go up and empower the entire system. Trickle down has shown that it's not the most effective way of doing things. Ladies and gentlemen, you came, you resolved. I thank you for your coming in here. And I thank you that emerging out of COVID, you made it possible for you to come in here. Madam Secretary General and your team, and the Secretariat, and that of the Ministry of Local Government of Rwanda, thank you for organizing this conference. It was difficult, but I know yourself and the Permanent Secretary led able teams with RALGA. And we are really thankful and grateful for the hospitality and the hosting by the government of Rwanda and RALGA. Honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we leave this place, I pray for God's speed upon what we are to do and is before us. It takes me, you. It starts with an individual. If you are committed and you follow, and people will follow you because of your commitment. I thank you for having given me an opportunity to lead you to this period, and I'm signing off. And in signing off, I invite the Honorable Jean-Claude Museveniana, Minister of Local Government of Rwanda, to officially close this conference. And thank you for the opportunity to serve you. Thank you.
Honorable Ministers, Chairperson of the Commonwealth Local Government Forum, Secretary General of CLGF, members of the Diplomatic Corps, officials from local government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to first and foremost, on behalf of the government of Rwanda, thank you for your active participation, knowledge sharing, and engagement over the last 4 days of this conference. As we celebrate the Commonwealth Year of the Youth 2023, let us all have one voice to the youth and ensure that they are included in all sectors of the economy at all levels. Let us all embrace the youth as we can confidently say that there cannot be a prosperous future without the involvement of the youth. On the theme conference, Building Local Resilience Across the Commonwealth, during this conference, you were able to discuss deeply and widely, and I believe the wealth of knowledge and understanding gained will contribute greatly in timely mitigation and response in the face of disasters and shocks. Likewise, with the knowledge and experience shared during this conference, local government leaders and councillors are better prepared to anticipate that should be done before, during, and after shocks happen. In Rwanda, over the last 2 decades, we have made strong strides in decentralization, where we have democratized leadership and created platforms for nurturing leaders with inclusion of women, youth, persons with disabilities, stronger local government structures that have been set up through reforms with the performance innovations such as Imihigo and other homegrown solutions for community mobilization, accountability, and effective participation. The decision to disperse power and authority to elected leaders demonstrates government's desire to reverse the history of centralized decision-making, which to some extent has played a role in the organization and execution of the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994 in Rwanda. Additionally, the government of Rwanda has put in place programs that are meant to create resilience against different shocks. Key programs I can mention include social protection programs such as the Vision Umurenge program, designed to provide employment opportunities for poor households through public works, provision of financial services at small interest as low as 2%, and provide monthly cash transfers to poor households unable to work, elderly, disabled children, demobilized ex-combatants, and other households affected by different shocks, in addition to provision of shelters, such as the Karama Integrated Model Village you visited yesterday. We also have Umuganda, as mentioned here, a community work as our homegrown solution, where community initiatives are planned and is executed to create community resilience like cleanness, greening, and beautification you saw in our city. And this Umuganda plays a big part to sustain it. Equally important, we have ensured environmental protection through afforestation, forest rehabilitation, landscape restoration, wetland rehabilitation, and management like the Nyandungu Eco Park some of you visited yesterday, and developing resilient infrastructure for sustainable urban and local economic development. That said, building resilient communities require focused leadership and patience. Honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as part of resilience building, citizen participation is at the center of what we do, and this has accountability and transparency from both leaders and the communities. We achieve this through Imihigo, as mentioned all along the conference, where both leaders and communities account to each other by setting targets annually. As a community of the Commonwealth, local government, let us build and empower local government and the councillors so they are able to handle emergencies and establish innovative mechanisms to build local people's resilience. Let us jointly advocate for the central government to continue decentralizing resources to local government as a way of empowering them with the ultimate goal of reaching the communities. As we depart here and head back home, let us ensure that local populations are at the center of all processes of local economic development and transformation if we need to achieve sustainability and create resilient communities. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, just to recap what our guest of honor highlighted during the keynote speech, building resilience to local community is crucial to cope with emerging challenges and shocks. Our country's ability to respond effectively to various shocks and maintain resilience will rely on strengthening governance and decentralization as key enablers of socioeconomic transformation. Noting that 60% of the population aged 29 or under live in Commonwealth countries, the involvement of the youth in planning, decision-making cannot be emphasized enough. Last but not least, I would like to end by congratulating the new board of the Commonwealth Local Government Forum and promising our full support as member of the Commonwealth Local Government Forum. I would like to equally thank the outgoing chairperson here. I think I will not find appropriate way to thank him for the job well done, and your services to the Commonwealth Local Government Forum will always be appreciated. I also want to thank the organizers of this conference, especially the team of SG and the PS of Minalok, and the colleagues from both Minalok and other government institutions that have been working hands in hand to make this conference a successful event. For those who wish to extend their stay in Rwanda, please enjoy yourselves. Rwanda is still open. Rwanda is still your home, and please visit and enjoy Rwanda. For those who are leaving, I wish you a safe flight back home.